Conch Economist here, and we've got a road trip that's taken us across the southern states, and we are now in Texas, specifically San Antonio, and we're along the beautiful Riverwalk here. We've been seeing a lot about the economy close up front as we travel along, and I'm going to share that with you. Let's get on it.
We left Stuart on July 23rd, bound for Texas. Our first stop was in Tallahassee. I wanted to see how the conflict in Iran was impacting gasoline prices along the way. Gas prices can vary state by state because each state has its own sales tax on gas. On this trip, the highest tax was in Florida at 40 cents a gallon, and the lowest was in Texas at 20 cents. As the table shows, prices have been falling somewhat over the last 3 weeks. Of course, that could reverse if the hostilities flare up again there with reference to Iran. Our next stop was the bustling town of Mobile, Alabama. The French influence is very much apparent there in the architecture. They celebrate Mardi Gras. Throughout our trip, I've noticed that retail space seems to be in oversupply. In a lot of cities, including Mobile, I could see a lot of empty storefronts. This was true there in Dauphine Street of Mobile, Alabama. We drove across Louisiana, and our next major stop was College Station, Texas, home of Texas A&M University and the George H.W. Bush Memorial Library, which was a very impressive structure and display. I'm going to have more to say about that, and also the LBJ Library, which we saw in Austin in another program. But College Station was a lively town, and we saw that grocery stores were well stocked and well populated with customers. It was interesting to note that our hotel that we stayed at, there was very light occupancy. In fact, we saw that in 2 or 3 of the hotels that we stayed at on our trip. As I indicated, we visited Austin, the state capitol, toured the state capitol, toured the LBJ Library, and at a later date I'm going to have programs regarding the 2 presidential libraries that we visited, the Bush and the LBJ Library. In San Antonio, it does not disappoint with the Alamo and the Riverwalk. Both were very entertaining and very informative. We had a good time. Again, I detected some problems with retail space along some of the streets here. There were a lot of empty storefronts and lease announcements at the storefronts on some of the major streets here in the downtown area. This concludes my report for today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.